Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 144. Before I get into this week's review, I of course have to mention my subscriber goal for 2021, hitting 5,000 by the end of the year. If you already watch my videos, you're a fan of them, and you're not subscribed, you might as well help me reach that milestone. I know that a lot of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to me, so, if you watch them and you like them, you might as well. The other thing is, of course, my Patreon. If you want to help support me and the channel directly, I have a link to that down in the description. Regardless of whatever tier you join, you get a shout out at the end of videos, so check that out if you're interested. With that out of the way, let's get on with the review. We got a pretty solid chapter this week with a few very interesting developments. I'd say the first one and one of the more major ones. I'm not sure, well, it's not like a complete confirmation, so I guess it's not as significant as the other one, but it seems like Nobara is really dead. Which, me believing this is probably just setting myself up to be surprised when she comes back in, like, 30 chapters. But when Yuji asks Megumi what's Kugisaki's condition, he doesn't answer. Like, he looks away from him and he doesn't answer, so Yuji's like, oh, that's how it is, alright. So that is, like, borderline confirmation that she's dead. I feel like Megumi wouldn't do that if it's just like, oh, she's in a really bad state, like she's in a coma or something. I feel like he would tell Yuji, that, so that he doesn't think she's dead, because he still thinks that she's dead. I've seen some people suggesting, apparently there's some theory going around on Reddit, it's like, oh no, it's actually, they're pranking Yuji to get back at him for pretending to be dead earlier on in the series. And I would have to say, if Megumi and Nobara were actually doing that to Yuji, I would fucking hate them. Unironically, I would fucking hate them. That would be the most mean-spirited, terrible thing. Almost the most mean-spirited, terrible thing in this series. And we've had, like, Mahito manipulating Junpei by killing his mom and then betraying and murdering him, okay? That is the level this shit would be at. I don't know if you guys understand the level of emotional burden that Yuji has on his shoulders right now, thinking that Nanami and Nobara are dead, along with all the other people he knows have died in Shibuya. So then, pulling this prank on it would just be the fucking worst thing ever. It would be such a dick move. It would just be awful. Yeah, maybe she's dead. She may get revived. Like, she may get fucking resurrected or something at some point. I don't know. She is still, one of the main characters. So, there's always that possibility. Akutami did claim in the interview that she was dead, though it seems like the possibility is open for her being revived, so I don't know. But the other thing is that in return for Gojo getting cubed and Kugisaki maybe being dead, we've basically got a new main squad. So, first of all, Maki's back. It's great. She's not dead. Her hair is short now. It actually looks just like Mai's haircut. And I think this chapter has helped me realize that I have some kind of thing for women with short hair. I don't know what it is. Whenever I see fan art of a long-haired character and they change it so that she has short hair, I'm like, why? Wow, they are much more attractive now. So the same kind of applies here. It's a little counterbalanced by, like, the horrific scarring on her face. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Maki's back. She also has, like, a new outfit going on, so that's pretty awesome. And overall, I really dig this new look. I got kind of soft spoiled by some nice fan art that I saw on Twitter, and I shared on the Discord server. And some people were like, hey, Misk, you know what, never mind. And I was like, Maki shows back up in this chapter, doesn't she? And it turned out that was actually fan art of her look in this chapter, which I didn't know, but it's a good look for her, so I'm a big fan of it. So she and Kotsu meet up again, that's nice. Some of you know I'm a big fan of that. It seems like, I get the impression here, so we were wondering for a while, because we didn't know what state Maki was in. Like, if she was, like, on her fucking deathbed or something. why did Yuta not, like, immediately go and heal Maki? He is one of, like, 2 named characters we know who can use reverse curse technique to heal other people. Why would he not go and heal Maki? So we were thinking maybe he doesn't know she was injured, he doesn't know what state she's in, maybe the higher-ups didn't tell him, but it seems like from this scene is that Akotsu was probably the one who healed Maki. Like, he went to go see her, used reverse curse technique on her, and now, coming back in this scene, she's already up and moving, and he's like, oh, like, is that fine for you to be up and moving? I saw the condition you were in not that long ago. Is it already alright for you to be up and about like this? So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. And we also get some more tidbits about how reverse curse technique works. So, apparently, it can't remove scars. I assume this is because scarring is, like, part of the body's healing process, so you're not, like, really healing a wound or something. Probably something like that. So that's another limitation we have, in addition to not being able to regenerate other people's lost limbs. So it's kind of interesting how we're learning about all these little, very specific limitations on reverse curse technique. Another detail about Maki's new look is she's gone back to the round glasses. That's right. And upon further thought, going over it in my head, I realized, wow, the round glasses are actually a much better look than the square ones. So it's good to see she's back to those. But her right eye is all covered up in bandages. So I'm wondering if she actually has, like, lost vision in her right eye. In which case, not great for her, because she kind of needs those to be able to, you know, see curses. If she loses her eyesight and can no longer use her cursed glasses to see curses, what the fuck are they going to do for her? Like, I don't know, cursed hearing aids? Now, Akutami did confirm that Maki is going to be trying to become like Toji, trying to get rid of whatever she doesn't need to become more like him, because she's seen how stupidly strong he is. So I'm wondering what the process of that is going to be like, if that's going to involve something with enhancing her senses to the point Toji's was at. I guess we're going to find out whether or not that's a possibility. I guess maybe through, like, idle transfiguration that could be possible. And the fact that the brain has that now and can just kind of use it, maybe that would be part of the culling game. Who knows? That's interesting. Other things, Yuki's back, nice. Kotsu's here, and Chozo shows up again. Apparently, Yuta did not just leave him lying around after his fight with Naoya. He brought him along, he just hadn't shown up yet last chapter. So, good to know he did not just leave him unconscious in a tunnel with Naoya. That's good. So he's back. So this is our new squad. We've got Yuji, Megumi, Yuta, Maki, Chozo, and Yuki. So that's a pretty fucking solid lineup right there. Nobara, Gojo, I'm sorry, but this, it's a bigger squad, so you've got more characters going on, but this, I mean, I don't know, this could be even better. You win some, you lose some. Nobara being dead, Gojo being cubed. Sometimes you just gotta take it in order to get some more out of it. We also, it's a really nice moment. Yuji finally calls Chozo his older brother. Because Maki's all like, who is this person? What is he doing here? And he's like, just think of him as my older brother. And Chozo is so shocked by this. It's so nice. I can't believe. Listen, you guys knew months ago. I'm like, yeah, Chozo's pretty cool. I like him. I would have never imagined caring this much about Chozo before. He is so nice to have along. He's just so much fucking fun. He lightens up all the scenes he's in, which is so weird considering what he was doing within the last 50 chapters. Yeah, this is great shit. So, the gang goes to confront Tengen to see what he may know about this culling game thing. They go down through the Temple of the Star, They see the bloodstains from where Toji fought Geto and killed Riko. And they haven't cleaned that up. And Yuki thinks about how this is where everything started. And if you think about it, hidden inventory is really, really fucking important. Even, like, it seems like even more important than just explaining why Gojo and Geto ended up where they were. It's having, like, massive ramifications on everything going on now. So they go into the main shrine, and it's white, you know, Revenge of the Kubo. And Yuki says that this is because Tengen rejected her. Or she's wondering if Tengen rejected everyone or just her. So apparently Tengen can decide not to see. I was wondering, because when the chapter started off, Megumi's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go see Tengen. I'm like, you can just do that? Like, you can just go see Tengen, really? But I guess he can choose to not visit you, or, you know, to not have you visit him. But he appears, and boy, is he something. I think it was either someone in the comments or someone in the Discord server was like, man, he looks like a Star Wars alien. Yeah, he does. This is, not a great design. Not really feeling it. I mean, we kind of knew Tengen was going to be kind of weird. And he can be weird without being, not a great design. I don't know. But he's here, the all-knowing sorcerer. So he acknowledges the Zenin's child, which it's not clear if this is singular or plural, so he may not be acknowledging Maki or Megumi. I feel like if there was anyone that he wouldn't acknowledge, it would be Maki, because, you know, no cursed technique, no cursed energy. Mikizane's blood, Mikizane was like the old sorcerer, one of the three big vengeful spirits or whatever. The dude that Yuta and Gojo are descended from, cursed wound being Chozo, and Sukuna's vessel. So, this is a very interesting development. We've met Tengen. We've been hearing a lot about this dude over the last almost 100 chapters. He's very important. He was basically the most important character we didn't see during the Hidden Inventory arc. Basically the whole reason that arc happened. So this dude is pretty consequential. And I guess we're gonna get like a big expo then from him next chapter, which unfortunately does not come out for another 2 weeks. But we will endure. Akutami hasn't gone on a break since like the beginning of February. And that was just because they were sick, I think. So they deserve it. They deserve it. It's always good to get a break in every once in a while and make sure you don't get burned out. Make sure the quality of your work doesn't decrease. And yeah, like, I mean, they just deserve it. So good for them. We will endure. I'm going to do a character discussion on Mechamaru next week. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. You know, despite the votes, I decided to do Mechamaru over Megumi because Mechamaru's story is over, so it's just kind of easier to look at that on the whole and talk about him. So, look forward to that next week. I'm not sure what day of the week I'll have it out. Maybe Saturday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But in other news, the anime season ended today. And overall, well, for starters, the episode was tremendous. Excellent episode. Chozo got revealed. Absolutely fantastic selection for his VA. They actually did the scene for when Eso and Kechizu die and Chozo feels it. I think they actually did way better in the anime. Because something that I don't think really comes across as well in the manga as it did is like the moment of realization where like they're in the middle of playing like Life or something. And he's about to put the piece down and he stops. You don't really see that as well in the manga. So I just thought that was the one scene where I was like, oh, that's really well done. Which is funny. I'm that guy where you have like the really, really well animated fight scene. And I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But then you'll have like a little moment like that where I'm like, yeah, that's the shit I'm here for. But yeah, overall, excellent season. I'm assuming since it's over, we're going to be getting a new influx of manga readers, so if any of you are here after like just finishing the anime, catching up with the manga, welcome. So yeah, I'd probably give the season overall like a 9 out of 10 in terms of adaptation. My only complaints were sometimes, this is gonna sound kind of weird, I think MAPPA went like a little overboard with some scenes where they made them more extravagant than they needed to be, so then it didn't hit as well. I'm thinking when Sukuna attacks Mahito in his domain, that was just way overdone and took me out of the moment. Because, like, everything before that, I was like, oh, fuck, oh, shit. And then that happened, and I was just kind of like, what is going on? There were a few other moments kind of like that. But overall, I think they did a really good job. And I think we really lucked out, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do for the next season. Oh, and a Volume 0 movie got announced, so that's pretty cool. I figured they'd have to do something like this, since Volume 0 is really kind of its own thing, and it'd be kind of hard to fit it in well within Season 2. I figured either a movie or an OVA. So that's pretty neat. I've heard it's supposed to be coming out this winter, probably this winter in Japan, so I probably won't be seeing it until next year, but what can you do about it? So, with that, that's all I have to say for this week's review. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reactions and reviews every week. If you enjoy other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Kengan Omega, Black Clover, and Kaiju number 8, I do videos on those series as well, so if you're interested in those, you should definitely check out my channel. If you enjoy discussing Jujutsu Kaisen with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce on this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to that down in the description. And now, since it's the end of the video, I of course have to give a shout out to my wonderful patrons, Archbear CJ2K, Fuse, Neo, Solo Warrior, Tyree Simmons, Dijon Redden, Anthony Chavez, Honey Mustard, Zach Rowitz, and K-God, whose name I've apparently been mispronouncing this whole time. Boy, is that awkward. So, if you guys also want to get a shout out at the end of videos, you can always join my Patreon. There's a link to that down in the description if you're interested. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.